Hi, this is Ray. This is going to be a little bit of Yang style Tai Chi, or since we're from Texas, Yang style. It's from the 108 long form, but it's kind of got a modified Chen Men Ching small frame flavor. It's a lot easier on the knees, and I'm going to do a combination of first, second, and third section moves, and then we'll do a little do's and don'ts for Tai Chi basic newcomers. Remember, one of the first things you want to learn in Tai Chi is good structure. All right, develop a good body alignment and structure, then the other stuff will start to come with proper training, okay? Here we go, Yang style, first section. A little bit of second and third too. Right. Press. Push down, press out. Single whip. Now we're going to jump into the second section. Wave hands like clouds. Single whip. High pat the horse. Separate, right, and left foot. Remember, this is modified. These pieces of the first, second, and third section. Back to single whip. Snake creeps down to 7 stars. Stand back to ride the tiger. Lotus kick, bend the bow, shoot the arrow. All right, I'd like to cover just real briefly a few real basic structural recommendations. According to, the best of my knowledge, I am not a master, but some good basic recommendations for your Tai Chi posture. It also lends very well to push hands, if that's what you like to do. But if not, for balance and for stability, here's a few pointers. First of all, traditionally it's a good idea to keep a straight line from the center of the hip through the center of the knee to the center of the foot. Whether all the weight is forward, most of the weight is forward, or most of the weight is back. In other words, you don't want to misalign the back knee, especially when you're doing things like single whip. You'll see oftentimes people misaligning their knee. See how the sword goes into the floor as opposed to a straight line to the back leg. I'm not saying lock your knees. Never lock any of your joints. We know better than that. But there is a straight line, again, whether all the weight is here or here, from the center of the hip to the center of the knee to the center of the foot, okay? Also, when you stand, Most people tend to stand back a little bit. See how from my hip to my shoulder, I'm leaning back. This is how most people stand. But you want to have a straight line from the hip up to the shoulder, a vertical line. Okay? Good. Also, most people like to push their knee forward. Okay? Very hard on the knees, especially for us over 40 types or over 50 types, whatever the case may be. If you have bad knees, it's probably better to keep the shin pretty much vertical. You can go a little bit forward, but once you start pushing it, it puts a lot of torque on the knee, and it makes it easy for you to be pulled off balance if you do push hands. So try to keep that front shin vertical, okay? Of course, we all know that the back is rounded in Tai Chi and the chest is hollow. How do you hollow the chest? Put your hand here, put your hand in your lower back. As you drop the sacrum, you should relax and feel it pull down the chest. Okay, we're not forcing the chest in, but we're sinking the sacrum and tailbone, and that helps to hollow and sink the chest. Relaxes tension in the chest and gives you that more rounded, hollow chest, rounded back. In Tai Chi, you never pinch off your shoulder blades. These shoulder blades are always down and slightly forward. And we have a nice rounded back. Okay? Ward off, whatever the case might be. The chin. We know the chin is supposed to be dropped, but the best way to do it is to lift the rear crown point. Oftentimes we hear from the middle of the crown, but it's really from the rear. That helps to open up the base of the skull, an important energetic point, and naturally drops the chin. We all know that the tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth for that energy flow that goes up the back and down the front, known as Du Mai and Ren Mai, the Du channels and Ren channels, that help feed everything involved in that area. Try to do belly breathing, try not to breathe with the chest. Okay, nice, easy, relaxed. For health purposes, we would exhale and inhale. For martial purposes, we would inhale and exhale. Very good. Remember too, you have a torso that bends this way and this way. Kidneys, center of the bow. Bend the bow, shoot the arrow. Bend the bow, shoot the arrow. Okay? When we pivot the back foot, we don't pivot on the ball of the foot. We pivot on the heel. That way you don't lose your connection to the earth. If somebody's pushing on me and I pivot on the ball of the foot, I'm going to get knocked over. Okay? In Tai Chi, we always like to relax as much as possible, but it's not just a physical relaxation. It's also a mental and emotional, even a spiritual relaxation. Okay? Very good. That's probably all the tips for now. Hopefully you'll enjoy, and please feel free to make comments. 谢谢。